세상에 나온지 아소이 이게 양 와요. 야래 탐.
그런 것은 왜 산다? 이게 아니 상고도 산도.
상고도 그거
예수 뭐 예수 시대 방해하려. 잘 방해하려. 유던 거 있다. Jadi, mau jadi penski, bukan tadi kami. Adi itu kalau sih mau mari, heno. Nak perlu itu jadi macam macam lah.
Hello. 到了。
Chile.
辛苦。
这里面看到坏了。 Yani ani dalu sa ani kita terus. Si Bobby ani kita terus. Ni wa ani.
May I have the kind permission of your farewell in honor of Honorable Mr. Justice Kempaya Somashekar, the Chief Justice High Court of Manipur at 11:30 a.m. on Friday, the 12th September 2025 at courtroom number 1. Before Honorable the Chief Justice Kempaya Somashekar, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Bimal Singh, and Honorable Mr. Justice A. Guneshwar Sharma, from the legal fraternity, Mr. Lenin Hijam, Advocate General Manipur, Mr. S. Brajaviari Singh, Chairman, Bar Council of Manipur, Mr. Naurem Kumarjit Singh, President, High Court Bar Association of Manipur, Mr. C.H. Bimal Chandra Singh, President, All Manipur Bar Association, Mr. Khomram Samarjit Singh, Deputy Solicitor General of India. On behalf of the Honorable Judges, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Bimal Singh, reply by Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. K. Somashekar. May I now request Mr. Lenin Hijam, Advocate General Manipur, to kindly address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Justice K. Somashekar and Madam Rupa, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Bimal Singh, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Guneshwar Sharma, Mr. S. Brajabihari Singh, Chairman Bar Council of Manipur, Sri Naurem Kumarjit Singh, President High Court Bar Association of Manipur, Mr. Chakram Bimal Chandra Singh, President All Manipur Bar Association, Mr. Khomram Samarjit Singh, Deputy Solicitor General of India, esteemed members of the Bar, the guests of the Honorable Chief Justice, Registrar General of the High Court, officers of the Registry, judicial officers, friends of the media, and my dear friends. We are gathered here to bid our farewell to Honorable Chief Justice K. Somashekar, who has led the Honorable High Court of Manipur with vision, wisdom, and integrity since he assumed office as the 9th Chief Justice of Manipur High Court on 22nd May 2025. Your Lordship's tenure was short. Though it was short, my Lord has left behind a legacy that will continue to guide the judiciary of the state and inspire generation of lawyers. During your time in office, my Lord delivered several remarkable and impactful judgments. Your conduct in the courtroom and your judgment showed your deep understanding of law and also the commitment to protect the right of the ordinary citizens. As we bid farewell today, my Lord, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your service to the state of Manipur, and we also thank the family members of the Honorable Chief Justice, my Lord, for having graced this function, farewell function, and my Lord, contributing towards, my Lord, the state. On behalf of the Government of Manipur and the Office of Advocate General and also the Office of the Government Advocate, I wish your Lordship good health, happiness, and continued success in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Next, I request Mr. S. Brajaviari Singh, Chairman, Bar Council of Manipur, to kindly address.
Honorable Mr. Justice Kempaya Somashekar, Chief Justice High Court of Manipur, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Bimal Singh, Judge High Court of Manipur, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Guneshwar Sharma, Judge High Court of Manipur, Sri Lenin Hijam, Learned Advocate General of Manipur, Sri Naurem Kumarjit Singh, President High Court Bar Association Manipur, Sri Chakram Bimal Chandra Singh, President All Manipur Bar Association, Sri Khomram Samarjit Singh, Deputy Solicitor General of India, respected Registrar General and his officers, my esteemed colleagues of the Bar Council of Manipur, members of the High Court Bar Association, All Manipur Bar Association, and the staff of the Judiciary. It is indeed a great privilege for me to express a few words on this auspicious occasion. I express my gratitude and appreciation to the Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Kampaya Somashekar, for his Lordship's untiring efforts in discharging the administration of justice, cooperation being extended for a sound and healthy relationship between bar and bench, integrity, speedy trial, speedy delivery of judgment and orders, development works, etc. during the short period of 4 months. Particularly, I express my gratitude and appreciation to the Honorable Chief Justice for inauguration of the meeting hall of Bar Council of Manipur on 26/2025. After retirement, His Lordship be pleased to guide the lawyers and the judicial officers in future. I, on behalf of the Bar Council of Manipur and on my own behalf, pray that the Almighty may bless His Lordship, be ever successful in life, good health and sound mind. Thanking you.
Next, I request Mr. Naurem Kumarjit Singh, President High Court Bar Association of Manipur, to kindly share a few words.
My Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, Shri K. Somashekar, Madam Somashekar, My Lord, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Bimol Singh, My Lord, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Guneswar Sharma, Shri Lenin Hijam, Learned Advocate General Manipur, Shri S. Brajabihari Singh, Chairman Bar Council of Manipur, Shri C.H. Bimol Chandra Singh, President All Manipur Bar Association, Shri K.H. Samarjit Singh, Learned Deputy Solicitor General of India, Senior Advocates, Learned Members of the Bar, Advocates, Registry, Registrar General, Registrar Judicial, all the officials of the Registry, all invitees and friends and relatives of the Honorable Chief Justice, ladies and gentlemen. My Lord, we have assembled here today to bid farewell to the Honorable Chief Justice Shri K. Somashekar, who shall be demitting office on superannuation on 14th day of September 2025, after serving as the 9th Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur. We have assembled to honor and appreciate the Honorable Chief Justice Shri K. Somashekar, share words of goodwill, best wishes, and express gratitude to His Lordship. My Lord Justice Somashekar was born on 15 September 1963. My Lord Justice Somashekar enrolled as an advocate on 27 January 1990, and he practiced in Meso and Samara Rajanagar district on both civil and criminal sides. My Lord Justice Kampaya Somashekar was appointed as District Session Judge on 17 June 1998 and served as additional District Session Judges at Bijapur and City Civil Court, Bangalore, and Principal District Session Judge, Uttara Kannada, Karwar District, Hassan, Bangalore Rural District, Chitra Durga, and Principal City Civil Session Judge, Bangalore. My Lord Justice Kampaya Somashekar was also served as Registrar Judicial and Registrar Vigilance, High Court of Karnataka. My Lord Justice Kampaya Somashekar was appointed as an additional judge of the High Court of Karnataka on 14 November 2016 and as permanent judge on 3rd of November 2018. My Lord was sworn in as the Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur on 22nd May 2025. During his tenure as the Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur for about 4 months from May 2025 to September 2025, His Lordship disposed several old cases pending in the High Court as well as several appeal cases. His Lordship also rendered the landmark judgment relating to the election of panchayat bodies in the state of Manipur, which had been pending for a long time. My Lord Justice Somashekar has shown great expertise and depth of knowledge in civil, criminal, as well as constitutional laws, and His Lordship has endeavored to uphold the rule of law from day one, ensuring the temple of justice is open to all. Apart from his judicial work, His Lordship has also been an able administrator and was actively involved in various administrative activities for improvement of judicial infrastructure. In His Lordship's short tenure, he made several administrative achievements. One, His Lordship ensured that the post of Secretary Judicial Division, Law and Legislative Affairs Department, Manipur, was created and filled up on deputation by a judicial officer in the Manipur Judicial Service Grade 1, which will strengthen the judicial administration. Next, a two-day state-level conference on NDLPS Act, cybercrime, 3 new criminal laws was organized by the High Court of Manipur in collaboration with the Manipur State Legal Service Authority and Manipur Judicial Academy at City Convention Center in Impal on 23rd and 24th August 2025. Then, the District and Session Court Chandel was inaugurated on 6th of September 2025. And medical dispensary units were inaugurated across all district courts complexes in Manipur on 10th of September 2025. Today, we are compelled to bid farewell to my Lord Justice K. Somashekar from His Honorable High Court, from this Honorable High Court, as His Lordship is bound by rule to retire at the age of 62. Please accept our best wishes, and we pray for an active and fulfilling next chapter of life. I, Naurem Kumarjit Singh, President, High Court Bar Association of Manipur, for myself and also for and on behalf of all members of the High Court Bar Association of Manipur, convey our sincere gratitude for His Lordship's service to this court and the cooperation extended to the bar. We will always fondly remember His Lordship's contribution to the rule of law and to this High Court. I wish the best in His Lordship's future pursuit and pray the Almighty to grant him longevity, good health, and happiness. May the Almighty God continue to bless him for the rest of his life. With this, I conclude my reference.
Next, I invite Mr. Sakram Bimal Chandra Singh, President, All Manipur Bar Association, to kindly share a few words.
Respected Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Somashekar, Honorable Justice A. Bimal Singh, Judge High Court of Manipur, Honorable Justice A. Guneswar Sharma, Judge High Court of Manipur, and Registrar General RG, and Madam Somashekar, and colleagues coming from the different states, and judicial officers, and learned senior advocate, my dears, and ladies and gentlemen. Today is a special day filled with both pride and emotion as we gather to bid farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice Kempaya Somashekar, Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur. We are also honored by the presence of Madam Rupa Somashekar, whose grace and support have been a great strength behind the Chief Justice's journey. Though his tenure in Manipur has been brief, it has been truly impactful, Justice Somashekar brought with him a spirit of progress and dedication. Lordship. Under his leadership, we witnessed the inauguration of the District and Sessions Judge General Court, and a milestone for access to justice in remote areas. Lordship. He also ensured the basic health services reach our subordinate courts by opening dispensaries, showing his care not just for justice but for the well-being of those who serve it. His judgment in matters of local area elections and criminal cases have added clarity and strength to our legal system. And even in the digital space, he made improvements by setting up additional Wi-Fi networks in the High Court of complex, helping us move forward in a connected world. The documentary, Alive in Judgment, will soon remind us of the depth and the dignity with which Justice Somashekar has served the law. But even beyond the screen, we have seen his humility, wisdom, and commitment firsthand. On behalf of the All Manipur Bar Association, I extend our deepest gratitude to Justice Somashekar for his service and our warmest wishes to him and Madam Rupa Somashekar as they begin a new chapter. May your journey ahead be filled with peace, good health, and continued purpose. Thank you, sir, for leaving behind a legacy of integrity, of progress. You will always be recommended fondly in Manipur. As we say in Manipuri, Isona matam punamakta thaujan biba oirisanu. May God bless you, sir, and your family at all times. Thank you.
May I now request Mr. Khomdram Samarjit Singh, Deputy Solicitor General of India, to kindly address the gathering.
Honorable Mr. Justice K. Somashekar, Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur, and Madam Rupa Somashekar, Honorable Justice A. Singh, Honorable Justice, High Court of Manipur, Honorable Justice A. Guneswar Sharma, Judge, High Court of Manipur, esteemed guests of our Chief Justice, Sri Lenin Singh Hizam, Advocate General Manipur, Deputy AG and Special Counsel, and all other government advocates, and as Brijawari Singh, Senior Advocate, Chairman Bar Council of Manipur, and other members of the Council, and Sri N. Kumarjit Singh, Senior Advocate and President High Court Bar Association Manipur, Sri C.H. Bimal Chandra Singh, Advocate President All Manipur Bar Association, Sri R.K. Umakant Singh, Government Advocate and other government advocates, Central Panel Councillors of the Government in India, Senior Advocates, Senior Members and colleagues at the Bar, Registrar General, all registrars, registry officers, staff, and everyone present in the courtroom. This day, the 12th of September 2025, we gather here not merely to bid farewell but to celebrate the extraordinary legacy of Honorable Chief Justice K. Somashekar, a compassionate human being who had left an indelible mark on the judiciary in Manipur within one of the shortest tenures of successive Chief Justices in the history of the High Court of Manipur. Having pursued a serious practice since the year 1990 in Mysore and Chamarajanagar districts of Karnataka state on the criminal and the civil side, your lordship, by dint of your hard work, was directly appointed as additional district and session judge in the Mysore district and thereafter to principal district and session judge at Uttara Kannada, Karwar district, Hassan, Bangalore rural district, Chitradurga, principal city civil and session judge Bangalore successively. Your lordship did also serve in the registry of the High Court of Karnataka as its Registrar Judicial and Registrar Vigilance and approved your medal prior to the elevation to the bench as an additional judge of the High Court of Karnataka on 14/11/2016 and consequently as its permanent judge on 3/11/2018. Lordship, sworn in as the 9th Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur on 22nd May 2025, imbibe positive vibes despite encountering a very short tenure, try to accomplish as many activities or projects as possible, and the most notable amongst them are creation of the post of Secretary, Judicial in the Law Department, Government of Manipur, and posting of a Senior Judicial Officer who will ultimately serve as the connecting link between the judiciary and the executive for smooth implementation of projects and activities in time. Full credit goes to your Lordship, as this has been persistently pursued since the inception of the High Court of Manipur in March 2013. But it could see the light of the day during your shortest tenure. Following the footsteps of your predecessors, your Lordship achieved further strides in sanctioning of a district and session judge post and the Chief Judicial Magistrate post, respectively for Kaching District, which will stand testament to your commitment and the dedication to the infrastructural development of the district judiciary in Manipur. Already sanctioned post of district and session judge post of Hon'ble district seen the light of the day on 6/9/2025, when the erstwhile CGM court complex was converted into a district court by temporarily relocating the CGM court to the DC building. Another proposal for creation of JMFC post for Hon'ble district was also made simultaneously, and as Manipur, as on today, has at least 10 full-fledged judicial districts out of the 18 districts through continuous and persistent efforts of the high courts via succeeding chief justices. During your Lordship's tenure, apart from other innumerable administrative achievements, you have succeeded in promoting 11 judicial officers to their next high promotional post and completed recruitment and promotion of various administrative positions in the High Court and the subordinate courts alike, such as the post of assistant registrar, assistant librarians, stenographers, private secretaries, and assistant private secretaries, etc. What truly distinguished your Lordship was your compassion, as in the aftermath of the unrest and the mass-scale displacement, you personally visited relief camps set up for the internally displaced people at Mayang, Impal on 17th of June 2025 and Kangpokpi on 18th of June 2025, respectively, not only to understand the sufferings of the people, but to act upon it. In close collaboration with Masalsa and Nalsa, several relief materials in the form of jumbo-sized boxes, mosquito nets, toast lamps, buckets, diapers, sanitary pads, mugs, infant milks, soaps, sports, and other recreational tools were distributed. Your Lordship did see the indispensable nature of the medical centers in the court complexes around the state, and the true administrative foresightedness have succeeded in installing 15 medical dispensary units in all the court complexes on 10 September 2025, and these centers will go a long way in catering to the needs of the people during peak court hours. These were not just the acts of administration, but of humanity. Your Lordships led by example, working tirelessly, thinking ahead, and always putting the people at the center of the justice system. As you demit office, may this new phase bring you peace, fulfillment, and joy. On behalf of the Government of India, other central government councils, I thank you for your unwavering service to the law, to the justice, and to the people of the state. Wishing you a fulfilling and well-deserved retirement filled with happiness and contentment. With this, I conclude. Thank you.
Next, on behalf of the Honorable Judges, I request Honorable Mr. Justice A. Bimal Singh to kindly address the gathering.
My esteemed brother, Honorable Chief Justice Kampia Somashekar and Madam Rupa Somashekar. My esteemed brother on the bench, Honorable Justice A. Guneswar Sharma, Sri Linin Hizam, Learned Advocate General Manipur, Honorable Mr. Justice Golmai Gapuchilu, in absentia, who is discharging as Director, Manipur Judicial Academy, Sri Sarangtem Iboy Ahmed Singh, Chairman Bar Council of Manipur, Sri N. Kumarjit Singh, President, High Court Bar Association of Manipur, Sri C.S. Bimol Chandra Singh, President, All Manipur Bar Association, Sri K. Samarjit Singh, Deputy Solicitor General of India, learned members of the Bar, officers of the District Judiciary, registry officers and staffs, family members and distinguished guests of the Honorable Chief Justice, ladies and gentlemen. Today we come together as a bench, a bar, and a family to bid a heartfelt farewell to a jurist whose life and career reflect the very soul of justice, discipline, and selfless service. we bid farewell to Honorable Chief Justice Kampaya Somashekar, who leaves not merely a post, but a legacy that will long resonate in the corridors of this court and far beyond. Our chief was born into a humble agrarian family on 15 September 1963 to late Sri Kampaya and late Srimati Ningama in the remote village of Budititu in Yalandur Taluk of Chamarajanagar, erstwhile Mysore district. Saved by the soil and simplicity of rural life, our chief's path to the highest judicial office is an inspiring tale of resilience and rootedness. Early from his childhood, his parents instilled in him sterling values and virtues of hard work, discipline, simplicity, and sincerity, which have been his polestar throughout his journey of life. Our chief did his primary schooling from Government Primary School at Agrahara, Erandor Taluk, and completed most of his early education in rural setting. After completing his BA degree from Maharaja College at Mysore and under Mysore University, it was influenced and guidance of his uncle, C.D.K. Devarasya, retired Additional Director, Department of Kannada and Culture, that lit the spark of a legal calling. After obtaining his LLB degree from Vivekananda Law College, Bangalore, he got enrolled as an advocate on 27 January 1990 and began his legal journey in the courtrooms of Mysuru and Chamarajanagar under the guidance of two great seniors, Shri Ashwini Kumar Joshi and Shri K.R.K. Swami, respectively. With humility and earnestness, he began his career in the Munship and District Courts, a place where many learn law, but only a few embody its spirit. After practicing for some years at a very young age of 33 years, our chief was appointed as a district judge on 17 June 1998 and was posted as the 4th additional judge in Vijayapura district, where he decided to dedicate his life to law and the people it serves with a firm and resolute mindset. A selection that spoke volumes of his competence, dedication, and resolve. Our chief went on to serve with distinction in various judicial districts such as Karavar, Hassan, Chitradurga, City Civil Court, Bangalore, and Bangalore Rural. At the High Court, his tenure as Registrar Judicial and later as Registrar Vigilance was marked by surgical precision, administrative brilliance, and unshakable integrity, qualities that would eventually define his judgeship as well. Elevated to the bench of the High Court of Karnataka on November 14, 2016, and later sworn in as the Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur on 22nd May 2025 at the Darbar Hall, Raj Bhavan, Manipur. Our Chief's rise was not loud, but luminous, marked by grace and grit. Through his terms, though his term span only 3 months and 25 days, it would be a grave miscalculation to measure his impact in mere days. Immediately upon assuming office, our chief hit the ground running. He personally visited district courts, many in remote and difficult terrains, to assess infrastructure and working conditions. In doing so, he reminded us that the seat of justice is not merely in courtrooms, but in every corner where justice is awaited. Inspired by the motto, cleanliness is next to good godliness, he standardized courtroom and chamber designs bringing uniformity and dignity to our judicial spaces, treating them as temples of justice. Our chief is a reformer at heart. He cleared long-pending administrative issues that had bottlenecked the system for years. He convened regular meetings with state government officials, ensuring long-delayed files finally moved and justice was not lost in red tapes. One of the historic milestones of his tenure was the appointment of a district judge cadre officer as the first Secretary Judicial to the government, a reform awaited since 2013. Marching to the hill district of Ukhrul, he braved rough road terrain to personally address impediments stalling the construction of the district and session court building. His intervention ensured that long overdue infrastructure work could finally commence. In the same visit, our chief inaugurated an e-filing training program for local lawyers and graced a community legal awareness program under the State Legal Services Authority as its patron-in-chief. During his brief but impactful tenure, he shared his vision of converting every revenue district in the state to a full-fledged judicial district. In doing so, he ensured the creation of the post of district and session judge and CJM of Kaksing Revenue District along with supporting staffs. So clear and proactive is his vision that when during tea time one day, we casually had an occasion to mention that the post of district and session judge Chandel was created. Immediately, our chief sprang into action and said that we should move to Chandel that day itself for examining the feasibility of establishment of the district and session court at Chandel. So, on 20th of August 2025, we moved to Chandel and examined the ground situation. And with a restless approach, our chief personally searched every infrastructural facilities in and around the court complex, and finally persuaded the Deputy Commissioner Chandel to allot a wing of all DC building to temporarily house the CJM Chandel Court, so that the Court of District and Session Court Chandel could start functioning from the then CJM Court itself. That was our chief's administrative prowess, and it took just 16 days, a Herculean task, accomplished with military-style war-footing approach, that Chandel District witnessed the establishment of its District and Sessions Court on 6th of September 2025. Our chief also expedited promotions of long-pending judicial officers and court staff so that the judicial establishment could function more effectively. He also established a roadmap for medical dispensaries in every court complexes, stressing upon the need and importance of the golden hours in case of medical emergency of the bar and the bench, staff and litigants alike. And on a single stroke, on 10th of September 2025, our chief inaugurated medical dispensary units in every court complexes in the state. Under his leadership, the High Court embraced a new era of connectivity and coordination with the launch of the campus-wide Wi-Fi and the introduction of tour management software, bringing greater efficiency to the judicial functioning across the state. He understood that the dignity of judicial events is not merely ceremonial, but foundational. With his conviction, he instituted district protocol committees to ensure that our traditions are upheld with grace and respect. He also took meaningful steps to strengthen the relationship between the bench and the bar, notably by opening a dedicated meeting hall of the Bar Council, a gesture that reflected his deep respect for the legal fraternity and its role in the administration of justice. A defining moment of his tenure was a landmark two-day state-level conference on NDPS, cybercrime, electronic evidence, and the 3 newly enacted criminal laws. More than 700 participants come together in an atmosphere of shared learning and growth. In a thoughtful and a last-minute edition, he ensured that the relevant government departments set up informative exhibitions offering to participants a unique opportunity to engage with schemes that directly impact lives. His initiatives were not just administrative, they were deeply human. Through every step, he reminded us that justice is not just a system, but a service. His absence will be felt, but his legacy will continue to guide and inspire us in the years to come. True to the spirit of constitutional guardianship, our chief took sumoto cognizance of the devastating flash floods in the form of a PIL to monitor environmental clearances, forest protection, and urban planning. Another sumoto PIL addressed the pressing issues of potholes and road safety, transforming public grievances into judicial concern, reminding us all that judiciary cannot stand aloof from the day-to-day concerns of the common man. In court, our chief was known for his clarity and courage. Among his many significant decisions, the division bench judgment, comprising of Chief and Justice Egunesor, quashing the amendment of Section 22, Subsection 3 of the Manipur Panchayati Raj Act 1994, was a constitutional affirmation of Article 243E, striking down attempts to extend Panchayat terms beyond their lawful mandate. One of the most remarkable qualities of the Honorable Chief Justice was his unparalleled command over procedural laws, be it the Code of Criminal Procedure, the Civil Procedure Code, the Indian Penal Code, or the Indian Evidence Act. His courtroom was a place where every proceeding was measured against the threshold of these laws and held up to the illuminating mirror of the Constitution of India. For those who appeared before him, whether as members of the bar or as part of the bench, it was not merely an exercise in advocacy or adjudication. It was an education, a continuing legal education. His deep insight, precise questioning, and unflinching commitment to legal principles turned its hearing into a masterclass. It has been an awakening experience, one that sharpened the understanding of law and justice for all who had the privilege to learn from him. His clarity and conviction reaffirmed the rule of law as the soul of our judicial system. Outside the courtroom, our chief remained a man of remarkable simplicity. Though entitled to various privileges, he rarely availed them. I have learned that he had not even visited the famed Kangla Fort near his official residence, a telling symbol of his undivided dedication and devotion to duty. Even as others may have indulged in leisure, he chose instead to visit relief camps for internally displaced persons, personally distributing aid and promoting medication as a peaceful path to justice. Soft-spoken in private, but roars like a lion on the bench. He dictated judgments and orders with such speed and clarity that even seasoned stenographers found themselves breathless. His credo, live and let live, and small is beautiful, are simple yet powerful adages, and he demonstrated it throughout his service and devotion to law. Our chief's judicial life stands as a harbinger of minimalism in living and maximalizing in service. His tenure was not about how long he served, but how deeply he impacted the institution, the state, and the people. May I, in all humility, implore our chief to now take a moment to explore the land you serve so steadfastly. Before returning to your homestead, may you and your loved ones find time to experience the beauty of this land and carry with you its warm memories. Chief, as you lay down your robe, we would like you to know that you are leaving behind not just policies and reforms, but a culture of discipline, humanity, and vision. You have not merely served the law, you have dignified it. On behalf of the bench, the bar, and the people of the state of Manipur, we offer our deepest gratitude and warmest wishes. May your next chapter be filled with health, peace, and continued service to society. Towards the end, I dedicated these words to our chief. Temples of justice are not built with stone and mortar, but with the values of those who preside over them. Chief, you have made this temple shine. Finally, let me bid adieu to our beloved Chief Justice with a short Kannada couplet that captures the theme of wisdom, leadership, judicial integrity, and heartfelt farewell to the legacy of Mr. Justice Kampeya Somashekar, Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur. Niyayada mantravagi velagida velaku dharmada dipavagi ulida nima heze gurutu. A light that shone is the mantra of justice. Your footsteps remain as a lamp of righteousness. May the Almighty bless you. Thank you, Chief.
For giving reply, may I now humbly request Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. K. Somashekar, to kindly address the gathering.
Honorable Mr. Justice A. Bimol Singh, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Guneshwar Sharma, the learned Advocate General Manipur, Lenin Hizong, Honorable Mr. Justice and also be Director of Manipur Judicial Academy, Sri Braj Bihari Singh, Chairman, Bar Council of Manipur, Sri N. Kumar Jit Singh, President, High Court of Bar Association, Manipur, Sri C. H. Bimol Chandra Singh, President, All Manipur Bar Association. Esteemed members of the Bar, Senior Councils, the members of the Registry, Registrar General Sri O.J. Muttum, Registrar Judicial Sri Ajit, Registrar Vigilance Ms. Mona Lisa Maybam, Registrar Administration Mr. Japan, the judicial officers, family members, friends advocates, and ladies and gentlemen. The friends advocates of my beloved guest from Bengaluru, the senior advocate Krishnaswamy, then my dear friend advocate Shivananda, and so also my dear friend advocate Durga Prasad, and my life partner Madam Rupa Somashekar, my beloved son Karthik S. Sekar, my brother K. Yogis, and my brother-in-law Mahadeva Swami, the President of the Judicial Officers Association, Manipur, the Law Secretary, and others. Mayambu Ikok Nona Kurum Zari, with my head bowed in reverence, I pay my respects to all. I rise today with deep humility and overwhelming sense of gratitude to respond to the kind words spoken and added much honor bestowed upon me by discharging my onerous duty as the Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur. This farewell moment is one of the profound, some sort of significance in my judicial journey. My journey in the legal field began on 27th of January 1990 when I enrolled as an advocate. Subsequently, I had been practicing as an advocate in the chamber of Sri Ashwini Kumar Joshi at Mysore and Sri K.R.K. Swami at Chamarajnagar, wherein enduring values of my patience, clarity, discipline had developed, values that have shaped my path in this judicial journey ever since. I was appointed on 27th as an advocate by his recurring sanad, that is 27th of January 1990, at a young age of 33 years as a district and session judge, entered in judicial service, determined to dedicate my life to the law and to the public in general itself, as on 17/6/1990. I gratefully acknowledge this momentous as one of the profound significance in my judicial journey. I extend my sincere thanks to the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Mr. Justice Bihar Gawai, Mr. Justice and the esteemed members of the Supreme Court Collegium, Mr. Justice Suryakant, Mr. Justice Abhay Heswok, Mr. Justice Vikramnath, and Mr. Justice J.K. Maheshwari for reposing their confidence in me and for granting me this opportunity to serve the people of Manipur through the constitutional office of Chief Justice. I accept this responsibility with humility and with an solemn pledge to uphold the majesty of law and the sacrosanct principles enshrined in the Constitution of India. I gratefully acknowledge Honorable Justice, late Honorable Mr. Justice R.P. Sethi, the then Chief Justice, Justice Y. Bhaskar Rao, Justice G.C. Bharuka, Justice Ashok Bhan, and Justice A.J. Sadasiv, whose early recognition of my potential led to my appointment as a district judge in the year 1998. On this occasion, I bow my head in deep reverence to my beloved parents, Sri Kempaiah and late Srimati Ningamma, whose silent sacrifice, enduring values, and unflinching resolve laid the moral and emotional foundation of my life. Though no longer with me in person, their presence remains in an eternal source of strength and guidance. I had the privilege of being born in the remote village of Budithittu in Elandur Taluk of Chamarajnagar districts into a humble agrarian family. My parents, though unacquainted with the formal world of law, instilled in me the culture of enduring, discipline, simplicity, sincerity, which have remained my compass throughout this journey in public service. The Constitution is the grand norm of a democratic polity, in the enjoyment upon every organ of the state, especially the judiciary, the duty to safeguard the rule of law, securing the rights of citizens, and the issue of justice is not a privilege but a right accessible to all. As I undertake this constitutional duty, I am mindful of the highest expectation placed upon the judiciary to protect the fundamental values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. I extend my respectful gratitude to my members and also mentors, Sri Ashwini Kumar Joshi, Advocate, Mysore, Sri K.R.K. Swami, Advocate at Chamarajanagar. Their guidance in mind for years built in me the discipline and rigorous essential for judicial service. My sincere thanks to my life partner, Srimati Rupa Somashekar, whose unconditional support, patience, and faith have gained the cornerstone of my personal and professional resilience. I also thank my son, Karthik S. Sekhar, being a law student studying in 4th year law course, Bengaluru, whose encouragement mean more than words can express. I fondly appreciate the guidance of my uncle, Sri K. Devarasaya, a retired additional director, Department of Kannada and Culture, Government of Karnataka, who inspired me to choose the path of law. I also extend my gratitude to my parents-in-law, my relatives and friends from Chamarajanagar and Mysore, whose affectionate has sustained me in this long journey. With utmost respect, I recall the teachers from my early schooling to the law college. The lessons went behind the classrooms and shaped my mind in the understanding of justice, not merely a legal concept, but a way of life. To my colleagues in the judiciary and staff members who worked with me across Vijayapura districts, Uttarakhand districts, Assam districts, Bengaluru rural districts, Chitradurga districts, and City Civil Court, Bengaluru, I express my heartfelt, deep appreciation, their commitment and devotion to duty, enabling me to timely deliver justice, and helped me develop institutional discipline as a judicial officer. In particularly, I express my heartfelt thanks to my staff members who directly supported me during my tenure at the High Court of Karnataka and equally during my tenure as Chief Justice at High Court of Manipur. With the support and cooperation of all branches of the judiciary and the government and the vibrant of Bar of Manipur, and we were able to realize several long pending goals and implement forward-looking reforms, allowing me to reflect on some of the key institutional achievements. Appointment of Secretary Judicial, Government of Manipur. This was a long pending issue affecting the day-to-day coordination between the judiciary and the executive. Through sustained dialogue and intervention, the post was finally filled and ensuring better institutional synergy. The creation of judicial posts in Kokching districts, recognizing the growing need for judicial presence in underserved districts, we secured the creation of the posts of district and session judge and chief judicial magistrate in Kokching, along with supporting staffs. This will ensure improved access to justice in that region, clearing blockades in Ukrul court construction. For years, the construction of the district and sessions court at Ukrul faced administrative and legal hurdles. We were all able to resolve those issues, clearing the way for development in these key hill districts. Promotion of judicial officers. During my tenure, we ensured the long overdue promotion from MJS grade 3 to grade 2 and from grade 2 to grade 1, acknowledging the dedication of our officers and improving moral within the service. Establishment of court in Chandel. Another significant steps in a decentralization was the establishment of the Court of District and Session Judge at Chandel, offering direct access to the judiciary in one of the remotest corners of Manipur. Medical dispensaries in all court complexes. Access to basic health care is a right. For the first time, medical dispensaries were established in all courts complexes, ensuring the well-being of judicial officers, lawyers, staff, and litigant alike. Clean and orderly courtrooms. Under the guiding motto, cleanliness is next to godliness, we undertook a comprehensive recognition of courtrooms and judicial chambers, promoting not only hygiene but a culture of respect and dignity for the space we work in. The digital initiatives, Wi-Fi and tour management software. The High Court campus was equipped with Wi-Fi facilities, enabling smoother functioning and access to digital resources. In addition to a tour management software was launched for High Court judges and judicial officers to simply administrative procedures. Two-day state-level conference, we organized a comprehensive conference on NDPS laws, cyber laws, and the new criminal laws. It brought together judicial minds, law enforcement, and academic voices to reflect on the legal reforms of our times. Bar Council meeting hall. The Bar Council of Manipur was given a dedicated meeting hall. Inaugurated during this tenure, it serves as a formal space for collaboration, deliberation, and leadership development within the bar. Sumoto monitoring of flash floods. This court took a sumoto cognizance of the recurring flash floods in the state, monitoring administrative responses and ensuring that environmental justice becomes a part of our constitutional jurisprudence. Monitoring of poor road conditions. Another sumoto public interest litigation was initiated on the deteriorating road conditions, including life-threatening potholes. The judiciary has a duty not only to punish wrongs, but to preserve life and dignity, and this initiative embodied that spirit. Striking down the Panchayat Raj Amendment. In a landmark ruling, we struck down the Panchayat Raj Amendment Act, which unlawfully extended the tenure of elected Panchayat members beyond 5 years, thereby protecting the sanctity of grassroots democracy. Each of these achievements was born not from individual effort, but from collective resolve. I share the credit with all of you. Gratitude to colleagues and the bar members. I cannot speak of my journey without acknowledging my brother judges, their wisdoms, their companionships, their constant support. We have enriched my tenure. No man can function in isolation. It is the collective strength of the bench that sustains the institution. I have been fortunate to share the bench with judges of immense learning and integrity. To the members of the bar, I extend my warm gratitude. The role of advocates is indispensable in the administration of justice. Your assistance, your research, your advocacy, sometimes impatience, sometimes restraint, that honesty has been a real source of strength. I have often said that every judgment is rarely the product of the judge alone. It is bound by the dialogue between the bench and the bar. To the learned members of the bar, let me say this with a basis that the practice is not merely a career, it is a noble profession that is being faced with difficulty, perhaps even a discouragement, but never lose sight of the purpose. But remember that every case you argue is not just above the client's right, but above the larger cause of the state. Equip yourself with learning, conduct yourself with dignity, and hold most to integrity. These qualities will carry you, however, than anything else. Mentioning the role of staffs and registries, I wish to place on my record my heartfelt appreciation to the Registrar General Sri O.J.S. Muttum, the Registrar Judicial Ajit Singh, the Registrar of Vigilance Srimati Monalisa Maibam, and the remaining registrars and all the officers and the staff of the High Court of Manipur. Your commitment, sincerity, and untiring support have been the backbone of the institutions functioning, whether in the courtroom or administrative side or behind the scenes. Each one of you have contributed in ensuring that the work of this court is carried out with dignity, efficiency, and integrity. The smooth discharging of judicial function would not have been possible without your collective dedication. And I extend my gratitude to each one of you for standing firmly with the institution. The judiciary is often described as the last resort for the common man. This is a heavy responsibility. The court must be accessible, judgment must be timely, and justice must be impartially. These ideals are not easily achieved, but they must always remain our goal. During my tenure, we have made efforts to strengthen court infrastructure, to encourage the use of technology, to perform alternative dispute resolution. These are all the steps that I believe that they lay the foundation for the greater progress. The future will demand more efficiency, more accessibility, and more innovation and confidentiality, that this institution, under the capable of stewardship of my successor and with the support of the bar, will rise to meet those demands. No career can be sustained without the support of my life. My family has been my constant source of strength, bearing silently the sacrifice that the judicial alike demands to them to offer my deepest gratitude. And to the people of Manipur, I wish to say this. During my tenure, I have experienced your warmth, your resilience, and your hope. This land with its mountains, hills, and valleys, its vibrant concern, and its indomitable spirit will always hold a special place in my heart. Attaining superannuation is not an end, but a transition where I may no longer sit in the bench. The commitment of justice to learning to serve will continue to guide me. I look forward to contributing in whatever modest way I can bear in the confines of this court. As I assumed this office as the Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur, I worked tirelessly to justify the faith that has been reposed in me to uphold the sacrosanct and the lofty principles of justice in all its myriad forms: social, economic, political justice as enshrined in the preamble of our Constitution, and in doing so, in my tenure as the Chief Justice of this High Court of Manipur, continuing to grow in statute, made rule of law shine ever brighter, and may justice remain the guiding light of our democracy. As I prepare to bid farewell to this extraordinary state and its people, I find myself deeply moved by the rich historical and cultural fabric that defines Manipur from the ancient times of 33 AD under the reign of King Nogdang Lairan Pakangba to the present day. Manipur has stood as a proud cradle of civilization, art and tradition. The landscape itself, lush hills, serene valleys and sacred lakes, speaks of a land steeped in grace and resilience. Manipur often is described as a cradle of human civilization, and creativity is nestled in the valley amidst the mountains, eastern Himalayan ranges, forming a natural frontier between northeast land and northern Burma as Myanmar. This strategic location earned it the reputation of being a historic gateway to Southeast Asia, a fine, rare Indian and Southeast Asian culture. But beyond the physical beauties lies a profound legacy, particularly in its justice system, which has evolved in a uniquely dignified and progressive manner. I have learned that the journey of Manipur's judiciary is a remarkable tribute to its civilization depth. Justice in this land traces its roots back to the Pacha system, where customary laws and dispute resolutions were carried out under traditional authorities. The formalization of justice began with the Jaipur court, one of the earliest institutionalized courts in the region. In time, it gave to the Judicial Commissioners Court, which further laid the foundation for structural legal administration. The establishment of the circuit bench of the Guwahati High Court at Imphal brought the Indian judiciary framework closer to the temple of Manipur, followed by the permanent bench, which marked a major milestone. Finally, the dream of the people of Manipur was realized with the creation of the High Court of Manipur on 23rd of March 2013, an institution built not just on bricks and mortar, but on the aspirations of generations. When I first assumed office as a Chief Justice, I saw a High Court modest in size, especially when compared to the larger High Courts across the country. But very soon, I discovered something far more significant: the immense weight of its history, the strength of its character, and the brilliance of the legal minds who have shaped its path. I learned about stalwarts, including the cherished son of the soil, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteswara Singh, Judge Supreme Court of India, whose wisdom, integrity, and dedications have guided the bench and inspired the bar. I witnessed firsthand the sincerity and the strength of our judicial officers across the districts, working tirelessly to uphold the rule of law. To have served here, even for a short period, has been one of the greatest privileges of my judicial life. I I leave not just with memories, but with a deep sense of enrichment, for I have been a witness to a legacy, a custodian of justice in a land where the idea of justice has always been sacred. I am humbled and honored to have become, in small way, a part of Manipur's continuing the judiciary story. In conclusion, I draw inspiration from the timeless words of the preamble of our Constitution, which reflects not only a legal framework, but also the soul of our Republic. May our actions hereinafter be ever guided by solemn pledge to secure all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individuals and the unity and the integrity of the nation. I also extend my heartfelt thanks and gratefulness to my personal staff, the Principal Private Secretary Rajkumar Vidya Sundar Singh, for his consistent dedication and meticulous administrative assistance, the Court Masters Wainam Surjit Singh, Kairung Bha, Zamedar, Mani, and Brak Jesor for their faithful and dedicated service, Dr. Dharmambir, Medical Officer, for his timely medical attention and ever considerate approach to health and wait upon me. Ms. Vijaytha, Pinky, and Jibitha being the research assistants for their firm and heartful legal research, which greatly assisted me in the discharge my duties. Sri Naren, Kameshur, P1s for their consistent and humble submission. Sri Ajit, PSO, and Sri Wakendrajit, PSO, attached to me for their alertness and sense of duty. Sri Suresh and Ajit, drivers, for their punctuality, who have worked with me, including all the staff members in the Home Office. Each of them has helped the dignity of this institution through their hard work and professionalism. I am truly grateful. May this High Court of Manipur shall continue to grow in its rich legacy, and may justice remain guiding light of our democracy. I thank all for your kindness and cooperation and your goodwill. Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, being the father of Constitution of India, gave our country the best constitution, laying the foundation for the biggest and vibrant democracy in the world, and stated on 26th of January 1950 that, I am quoting, "We are going to enter into a life of contradictions. In politics, we will have equality, and in social and economic life, we will have inequality. In politics, we will be recognizing the principle of one man, one vote, and one value. In our social and economic life, we shall, by reason of our social and economic structure, continue to deny the principles of one man, one value. How long shall we continue to live this life of contradiction? It is questioned. How long shall we continue to deny equality in our social and economic life? It is questioned. If we continue to deny it for long, we will do so only by putting our political democracy in peril. We must remove this contradiction at the earliest possible moment, or else those who suffer from inequality will blow up the structure of political democracy which this assembly has so laboriously built up. Our object in framing the Constitution is really twofold. Firstly, to lay down the form of political democracy. Secondly, to lay down that our social and economic democracy should also be based on the bedrock of principles ensuring liberty, equality, and fraternity. The directive principles have a great value, for they lay down that our ideal is economic democracy. As I part my final goodbye to this sacred temple of justice, I am quoting the prayers of the noble laureate Rabindranath Tagore in Gitanjali we used to recite in our childhood days. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where the tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action. In that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. My dear two brother advocates who are also present, that is Pawan Chandra Sethi and also another one brother advocates, Sachin, and their presence is also noted. Long live Indian democracy. Jai Hind. Yes.
Now, the full court farewell proceeding has come to an end. I seek Lordship's permission to close the proceedings. The proceedings are closed now. Requesting everyone present here to kindly join high tea, which is arranged at the lobby, court number 1. Thank you. Before, Varuna.
Cameraman ba Maniko? Follow cameraman dito.
moi le fishing ko lo ya ba ba ado am sa da thok ina bo lo me khalo ola
Mesdames, Mesdames.